Is Calvinism so difficult to understand? Many friends whose obvious sincerity was appreciated were telling me that in spite of my quoting John Calvin directly from his writings, along with quoting leading Calvinists of today, I was still likely to misrepresent Calvinism because I didn't understand it. Even after a 3-hour detailed discussion with Calvinist friends, they still told me, "You just don't understand Calvinism." Then what of the claim that Calvinism is the gospel and true Christianity? Could multitudes of mature and fruitful evangelicals have somehow misunderstood the gospel and Christianity? Should Calvinism remain a mystery for the common Christian? That very fact, if true, would be additional proof that Calvinism was not derived from the Scriptures. How could something so complicated possibly come from that upon which every person is capable of meditating day and night? Psalm 1, verses 1 and 2. If the essential nourishment God's Word provides is to be every man's daily sustenance for spiritual life, Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 3, could Calvinism really be the biblical gospel and biblical Christianity, and yet be so difficult for the ordinary Christian to understand? Why should Calvinism be such a complex and apparently esoteric subject that it would require years to comprehend? Such an attitude could very well intimidate many into accepting this belief simply because such a vast array of highly respected theologians and evangelical leaders espouse it. Surely the great majority of Calvinists are ordinary Christians. On what basis, then, without the expertise and intense study that I apparently lacked, were they able to understand and accept it? As for familiarizing oneself with Calvinism, there are surely more than sufficient resources accessible to anyone genuinely interested in consulting them. Numerous books on that subject are available, both pro and con. The 5 Points of Calvinism by Edwin H. Palmer, along with books by R.C. Sproul, John Piper, John MacArthur, A.W. Pink, C.H. Spurgeon, and others, are highly recommended by leading Calvinists. Calvin's Institutes of the Christian Religion, as well as other of his writings and those of Augustine and John Knox and other classics, are also readily available. On the other side, the books by Samuel Fisk are informative. Lawrence M. Vance's The Other Side of Calvinism is an exhaustive treatment of more than 700 pages, with hundreds of footnotes documenting his quotations.